I got new lighting. Let me know how that looks. I'm trying to look at my viewfinder. I don't know if I feel like I'm overexposed. So I think I'm gonna turn on the light a little bit. I feel like this is just ugly in general. All right, so I fixed the light a little bit. Let me know how you like this new lighting. I'm still figuring it out. I think it looked okay. I think that my videos in general look ugly, and I apologize for that. I'm rambling. For today's video, I'm gonna do a little movie speaking action, and I'm going to try to talk a little bit louder today because there's stuff outside really killing my vibe. Okay, we're here. Did it stop? I think it stopped. Anyways, yes, movies. Let's talk about them. So I wanted to make something, this is gonna be like a little review action. So I watched 3 movies. I watched Bohemian Rhapsody, I watched Star is Born, and I watched Mid-90s. So I decided to do a little movie review because I love movies. Anybody who knows me knows I actually have I have a healthy obsession, I'd like to say. I'm just obsessed with film. I love film so much. I think that I love dissecting film. I love talking about great films. And honestly, I could talk about it all day, which I am on this channel. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to my channel because you're gonna want to. And I'm just trying to help you out. I'm trying to help make a... I'm trying to make sure you remember so that you don't feel like, damn, like, like, what was I supposed to do? You're supposed to subscribe. It's down there. Just slap that button. Do real nice like that. Real nigga shit. What you mean, dawg? So starting off with the first movie I watched, it was Bohemian Rhapsody, and I give her a solid 8 out of 10. I thought she was beautiful. I thought it was amazing. First of all, I love Queen's music. I really do. Even though I'm kind of a fake fan and like I sort of only know the hits. They have so many hits that I know so much of their music. So like that's just a testament to how amazing they are. Let's just start off right the back with the amazing stuff. Rami Malek, amazing. She's who? Rami Malek who? You were Freddie Mercury. I'm sorry, I don't know who Rami Malek is. You mean Freddie Mercury? You mean Freddie Mercury? Oh, reincarnated. Oh, okay. Yeah, her, loved her. Amazing, became like a different person, deserves an Oscar. Oh, yeah, I know her. I didn't know much about Queen. I think that he does such an amazing job at like portraying this like larger than life person who was Freddie Mercury. I mean, Freddie Mercury was just this giant figure of life, and I think they did an amazing job. The other actors, they did a great job. For some reason, even though I didn't distinctly know the faces of Queen, the person who plays Brian May, I'm so sorry, I forgot his name, I will leave it somewhere on the screen. The person who plays Brian May, I feel like he looks more like Brian May than Brian May looks like Brian May. Does that make sense? No! Anyways, I think that the band had such an amazing dynamic. I really loved them. The guy that plays Roger Taylor is so hot to me. Don't attack me, all right? I'm a slave to the white man, but it's fine. I thought that the music, amazing, but I mean, it's Queen, so of course it's gonna be amazing. And I really liked seeing like a lot of how like these very famous songs that we now know and love. Like I loved the process of seeing it all kind of, you know, how it came to be. My ass was just like, just fucking, and I was. Also, let's just talk about the life of Freddie Mercury. I really found his story so like heartwarming. Like I said, I didn't know much about Queen going in or Freddie Mercury. I didn't even know he was a person of color, which maybe I'll be attacked for, but I didn't even know he was a person of color. Sorry, just did it. Okay. Seeing his whole story, seeing like him kind of have this differentiation, like wanting to become his own person, and also the around his sexuality and his like kind of like nightlife style to that. It was a very interesting thing to see, especially like we see him, and one thing that I think the movie did a great job at like displaying is him and the loneliness he felt. People love him, etc., etc., etc. And here he is, and he's lonely, and it was really sad to see this man who, you know, captured the hearts of millions with his music, but yet he was so lonely inside. It was really, really sad to see. That leads me to the things that I did not like about the movie. So speaking about his sexuality, he refused to be labeled, which I thought was something that's also just another thing that is just so amazing about this man. R.I.P. bruv. And I think that the movie did not do a good job at showcasing that. I think that the whole idea of sexuality back in the 70s was that, you know, it's a very rigid, when in actuality, we all know that sexuality is a spectrum. So I wish that the movie did a better job at showcasing that, because dude wasn't gay, he was bi. The only other thing that I had an issue with, obviously it's a biopic, it's supposed to showcase the queens. It's supposed to showcase the band's life, how they came to be, and looking up, doing some research, it seems as though, like, you know, some parts were accurate and some parts were completely inaccurate. And I'm fine with a couple of inaccuracies, but what I'm not okay with is you completely like making a whole different subplot that literally never happened in real life and is completely fictionalized. So for the movie to completely create this entire subplot of Queen breaking up, which A, they never did. They never broke up. They were together up until Freddie's death. They were together, A. B, Live Aid was not this giant reunion that they made it out to be, when in actuality they were completely rehearsed. They were fine. They were touring. I mean, Queen has literally, at the time, had been on tour for about a decade. Overall, I loved Bohemian Rhapsody. I love Queen. You know, everyone's grown up on Queen. You know, even if you don't even know their names, you definitely have heard a Queen song one way or another. They are legendary, and it was really interesting to see their story, even though some parts are not historically accurate. It was just really interesting to see sort of a snapshot of how they came to be. That is it. That is how I feel about Bohemian Rhapsody. I loved the film. Yet again, 8 out of 10. Thought it was a great time. Definitely go watch it. I definitely recommend it, and it was definitely an awesome friggin' movie. Moving on to the next movie, A Star is Born. I give her a cute little 7 out of 10. Here's my thing. With A Star is Born, I felt as though people were nutting over it left and right. People were like, oh my God, it made me cry. Like, this is amazing. I'm just like, oh my God. So I went in like expecting like a Titanic, like a classic, like something that is just gonna make me queef. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. I'm sorry, period. I thought that the story was beautiful. I mean, I had some issues with it, but then really like letting the movie settle into me, I thought it was a really good time. I mean, I was laughing the whole time, which it isn't a comedy. For the most part, it isn't a comedy, but I was laughing because I have like a tortured sense of humor, and I know the elderly man next to me probably hated my black ass. I thought that it was just very, I didn't think it was a revolutionary story. You know, I thought the story had been done before. That was my whole thing. So it's like watching this, it was very predictable. I thought that the acting was great. Lady Gaga, queen, bitch, period. What you mean? Lady Gaga was hands down the best part of this film. The ending was, I don't know if the ending would have been shocking or not. It was definitely sad. Like, the ending was sad for sure. I didn't cry or anything. Like, it didn't get me emotional, but it was sad. And I felt as though, like, I mean, the ending was spoiled for me by a girl who I rang up like the day before. So I stayed away from spoilers for this movie for weeks, and then right before I see it, like literally the day before I go to see it, somebody spoils the end for me. And it wasn't even on Instagram, it was like in person. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and she sat there like, oh, it's a terrible movie. Like, oh, you're not even gonna like it. I'm just like, well, thank you, but I didn't ask for your opinion, Sally. I thought the music was great. You know, a little too much yee-haw for me, but definitely, I'm sure the music is definitely very downloadable, you know, some yeehaws. Wasn't for me, but for the yeehaws, there's your soundtrack. I just thought that like the relationship that the two had was just very it was very destructive, because although they loved each other very much, it was very much a damaging relationship, and it obviously took a toll on both of them, and the ending is the ending. But overall, A Star Is Born, gave her 7 out of 10. She was alright, I guess. Like, she was okay. I mean, I guess, like, she was okay, but I just thought A Star Is Born was gonna be way more than it ended up being. It ended up being a very predictable story, kind of, you know where this is going. So that's all I have to say about that. Star Is Born, 7 out of 10. Yeah. All right, now we're moving on to the last movie for today, mid-90s. I absolutely loved this movie. I gave it like a 9.5 out of 10. I highly recommend it. If you're my age, I would definitely recommend this movie. Just giving a brief synopsis of it. It's just basically set in the mid-90s. Look what he did there. It's about this boy, Stevie. He doesn't have the greatest home life. His mom is not really around, and if she is around, she's doing stuff that isn't great, and his brother like beats on him, and it isn't like, you know, playful like brother just like, you know, hitting each other. Like, his brother's abusive, and he kind of finds his crowd, his clique, his group, his friends and these skater dudes, and he kind of finds his community with them, and it's a story about adolescence, growing up, whatever. This movie touched my heart so much. I loved the nostalgia aspect of it, even though I can't relate to the nostalgia. Like, aesthetically, it was just really nice. I really loved it for the story. I mean, these boys are amazing. The kid that plays Steve, I think his name's Sonny, and Ray, and fuck shit. I just really loved this story. I think that, like, on the surface of it, you know, it's just these kids growing up, they're skating, and like, it doesn't really have like a giant plot, so you wouldn't think it'd be like this amazing, like, but like, the story is just so touching, and just the story of adolescence, especially like the character Ray, he has this great monologue that he has with Stevie about these kids, and it's about like, when you like you have all like the superficial kid shit, but when you really like peel it away, it really touches your heart. It really puts things into perspective, which I really can relate to and agree with, and into what he was saying. And also, there's this one part where the character, his name is Fourth Grade, he says, oh, I want to be a filmmaker, and all his friends, they all laugh at him. They're like clowning him, like, ha, like, you think you're gonna be able to do that? And I relate to that, and that's so sad, because even though this movie is set in the 90s, that's something that kids in 2018 can relate to, and the whole idea of their dreams not being valid, of them being told you won't ever be able to do that, you're crazy for thinking such. So that really touched me. Anyways, mid-90s was amazing. I really don't think I did a good job at explaining why I love this movie. I think that it's just a beautiful coming of age story. I think that this movie is awesome. Out of the 3, definitely my favorite. I definitely would recommend you go see mid-90s. It was amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed me rambling for however long this video is about movies. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a little like, a little this, a little of that. Make sure to comment down below any future videos you would like me to do, and maybe I'll do them, because I don't have originality. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye, beautiful people of the internet.